since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jdapro said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Miller comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's McDaniels in for Dillingham. Pass to Vucevic. And here is MP. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Dozier, guarded by Levine. Here's Edwards, shoots over ball. Edwards can't hit. The Bulls leading by 3. Williams passes the ball. Vucevic with it. McDaniels defending. And a wide open look for MP. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Inside. Shots good by Miller.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And Billy Donovan decides to call a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current system. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Timberwolves trail by 3. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
On the wing, MP. Defended by Alexander Walker. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. MP, the triple is down the hatch.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. 5th, the Timberwolves.
Well, an important element of their defense is the ability to intimidate. I mean, their stellar shot blocking last year accomplished that in a big-time way.
1:56 left in the second quarter. Now here's Edwards against Charlotte. He was really on his game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Lonzo Ball picks one up. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Edwards kicks to Miller. Pass to Dozier. Back to Miller. Here is Edwards. Clock at 4. Good! Edwards mixing it up inside.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
MP outside. 55 seconds left in the first half. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Ball with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Here's Garza, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Now, here's MP, defended by Alexander Walker. Ball finds MP. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by one. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the first of two straight at home. To the middle. It's stolen by Edwards. Shoots the three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's MP making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Back right after this.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And guys, we're still in the early parts of this season, but the power rankings are shaping up.
Taking a look here at Chicago, fresh out the gates, they've already established themselves as one of the teams to beat.
That is certainly reflected in their ranking here, a team to be reckoned with. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Garza in at center.
Well, this is Levine's mindset. He is ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hand.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. MP's shot is good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Garza. Pass to Alexander Walker. Edwards with it. Over MP. Edwards can't hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Michael Conley is third.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from three.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's McDaniels. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Here's Conley, and it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Hands it from downtown.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Outside, Levine. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range. Levine's got 6 in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Inside, Garza. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Vucevic.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Miller's checked in for Minnesota. He hits both from the stripe. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Pass to Garza. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside. Garza's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Let's check in for Chicago. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's MP, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
Williams against Miller. 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. From 12 feet out. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
You know, MP starting to look good there from the mid-range.
Pass to Miller. Now, Alexander Walker. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Williams kicks to MP. Kept alive. Kick out to Levine. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Williams. Timberwolves also changing it up. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Edwards in for McDaniels. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Edwards. Craig pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's MP. Here's Smith. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our... The Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Torrey Craig. MP's checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Ball. And then for Minnesota, Miller's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. MP out there with White. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And White kicks to Williams. Here's MP. MP right on the rim.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Minnesota with the ball. Conley, the pass to Garza. Here is Edwards, covered by MP. A floater, and the rejection by MP.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game. What? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Levine inside the three-point line. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Now it's a 4-point Chicago lead. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
MP outside. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. The lead is 2. Miller dishes to Edwards. Edwards getting the close range 2.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
White finds Vucevic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Absolutely fearless by MP. What a huge bucket.
He throw, no good for MP. Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic. Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
To take the lead, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists in the game. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game there.
Here are the Bulls now. It's a 5-point game. And the Bulls with another miss. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Poke loose. Back to McDaniel. And a miss there on the triple. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop.
The moment not too big for the youngster. MP, big bucket.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Edwards. Rebound collected by Levine. And it's the Bulls with the ball. MP finds Vucevic. The alley-oop finish is off the mark. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 5. And what's their best move at this point?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. Levine kicks to Vucevic. A 3. Nails the tray.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
be hood, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Throw it up. Let me see. 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 Fast music, 954. All the